Hello everybody and welcome back for the new VR news. As always, I am Mateo311 and this is your one channel for everything VR related. Today we continue with some really exciting news, including 3 upcoming VR MMOs to discuss, additional game announcements, trailers, and updates, some continued hardware leaks for Facebook and HP, and a lot more to look forward to. So let's not waste any more time and jump right into this. Okay, so first up in the game news, Echo Arena on the Oculus Quest has officially left beta. Open beta originally started on May 5th, and even back then the game was pretty rock solid. This is currently one of the highest rated Oculus Quest games, and if you're not familiar with this game, it's basically Zero-G Rugby meets Rocket League. For the low price of free, it's easy to recommend to everyone. So next up, my favorite arena shooter Hyperdash has also received some updates. It's currently in alpha version 9 and now includes a whole new game mode. The new ball game mode basically changes this into deathmatch soccer, and these objective-based maps will have you changing up your strategies. It's a nice change of pace to an already fantastic title. There's also a nice slew of other updates included in alpha 9. Just a reminder that during the alpha period, you can pick this title up for free on all major platforms directly from their Discord channel or using SideQuest for the Oculus Quest. Now, if you've been keeping up to date on Swordsman VR, they are keeping the hype up with a beautiful new cinematic trailer. Previously, I've compared this title to Blade and Sorcery, but this game appears to have a much larger emphasis on a story-driven campaign, and it does include some RPG elements. You will be able to upgrade your stats over time and purchase different items and weapons. The trailer says the game is coming soon, and if you're following their Discord, they recently said they're planning to release this month, and their press notes say that their goal is to release on all major platforms at the same time. They've only shown a small amount of footage for this game, so I had no idea it was so close to being completed, and I really hope it's good because it's going to have some serious competition this September. Remember, we have Solaris Off-World Combat coming, The Walking Dead Onslaught. I can almost guarantee that Facebook will have something for us during Facebook Connect, and we just found out that Jon Favreau's VR experience, Gnomes and Goblins, is coming out in 2 weeks. If you're not familiar with Jon Favreau, he's an actor and director. He's a reoccurring character in the Marvel movies. He recently directed The Lion King and was a writer for The Mandalorian. One of the characters from Gnomes and Goblins was actually the inspiration for the appearance of Baby Yoda in The Mandalorian. So now we'll get to play through a beautiful fantasy experience created by Jon Favreau. Not only does Gnomes and Goblins appear to be quite beautiful, but it's also intended as an experience that non-gamers and non-native VR users can just pick up and enjoy. It's also not just a passive experience where you sit back and watch it unfold, but rather you're interacting the whole time and forming a relationship with the characters around you. I'm definitely looking forward to this title, but what I'm more interested in right now is the future of VR MMOs. For whatever reason, it seems like every creator of a VR MMO decided this was the moment to strike. We received an alpha sneak peek for Zenith, an announcement trailer for Nyx, and a new trailer to go along with their Kickstarter campaign for Ilysia. And while all of these titles are still a while out, they all appear to be coming along nicely, and each have their own unique style. The trailer for Nyx shows off this very dark, dystopian future, Blade Runner style world. Now while the trailer looks really impressive, this game is still pretty early in development, and it's not expected to release until sometime in 2022. They will have an upcoming Kickstarter campaign, and they are giving pre-alpha access to top-tier patron-level contributors. Now, the promises surrounding this title are quite extensive, including support for all major VR platforms, game-changing melee and ranged combat, thousands of different weapons, professionally voice-acted narration, and much more. It undoubtedly looks like a unique experience, and I'm looking forward to cover this more in the future. Now, Ilysia is further ahead. They've just recently started their Kickstarter campaign, and they've been having multiple pre-alpha events with their community. Ilysia is expected to open up in some form of early access sometime next year. I was recently just given a pre-alpha tour of this title, which I will go into a lot of detail in a future video, but I'm currently really impressed and excited for the future of this title. And not to be outdone, Zenith gave us the alpha sneak peek video, and this game actually had a fully funded and extremely successful Kickstarter campaign that finished a year ago. They were able to raise over $250,000, and it looks like they're just about to give out alpha access to their backers. Once again, this VR MMO is completely different than the other two. It's a cyberpunk JRPG inspired game with a more futuristic and cartoony art style. Zenith is also expected to release sometime in 2021, and I have to say, between these three titles, it looks like we are definitely going to get our VR MMO fix sometime in the near future. I'll obviously continue to cover these titles as more information becomes available, but like I said, you can expect more information from me on Ilysia this week. Okay, before we move on from the game news, I have to mention some free titles for you guys to check out. Now, the first one's not actually free, but it's beta access to an upcoming arena shooter. Grapple Tournament appears to be a beautifully shell-shaded, Unreal Tournament-inspired VR shooter, with the awesome addition of some grappling hook mechanics. If you're familiar with the, at this point, classic title Unreal Tournament, you can see that some of these weapons are directly inspired from that game. It's going to be available for all major PC VR platforms in the near future, and they're currently looking for players for beta testing. I'll include a link in the description so you guys can check it out. So next is a free demo for Among the Aether, a space colony building title available for the Oculus Quest. So you'll get to float around space in 0G and start designing the space station of your dreams. It's available for download directly from their Discord channel, and if you wanted a little bit more information on how the UI and other systems work, they have a ton of information on their YouTube channel. I'll include both links below. Now, amazing upcoming titles is not the only thing to be excited about in the VR world right now, because we're continually getting leaks about new hardware, but before I get into that, I just wanted to show off Nintendo's amazing AR tech. Mario Kart Live Home Circuit turns your Nintendo Switch and mini Mario Kart RC cars into an amazing AR experience. I have to say that Nintendo has absolutely blown me away with this concept. You'll have a little toy car with a camera built into it, you will set up your own track inside your own house, and it will turn into an AR experience from your Nintendo Switch. Looks like your friends will also be able to bring over their own remote-controlled car, and this is just the ultimate marriage of old school and new school tech. Growing up, my brother used to always race RC cars, and everyone had that dopey electric car track where you had to squeeze the trigger for your car and not go too fast that you flew off the track. This is taking that type of game to a whole new level. Whenever I see some amazing implementation like this, I get super excited for the future of AR. But let's jump back to VR for a minute, because we most likely have some amazing stuff on the way. These days the leaks tend to be pretty reliable, and we now have months of information regarding the Quest 2. There were development tools referencing a new headset, a report from Bloomberg stating a new headset's coming, image leaks on Twitter, and most recently supposed leaks from retail stores, which have stocking information for new Oculus headsets. What we can expect at this point in time is a new Oculus Quest style headset that should be slightly better and significantly cheaper. It looks like the 64GB version will be only $299. That's 25% cheaper than the original Oculus Quest. As far as overall improvements, I'm expecting more quality of life improvements rather than a full-on hardware upgrade, meaning it should be a bit more comfortable, but definitely not rocking new cutting-edge technology, especially at the $299 price tag. Now, if you're more interested in PC VR, it looks like the highly anticipated Windows mixed reality headset, the HP Reverb G2, will be available by the end of October. MRTV reported that a distributor in Germany sent out an email stating that there was a slight delay in the HP Reverb G2 based on the headsets receiving new and better lenses, but they would have the product in stock on October 14th, and consumers would start receiving the product shortly after. There's also apparently a Omnicept edition of the Reverb G2 coming, which includes eye tracking and additional facial cameras. The assumption is this is enterprise focused, but HP has recently made some public statements that they had a few VR tricks up their sleeves, and I'm assuming this is what they were talking about. Now, Steam VR did recently receive some updates which referred to upcoming Windows mixed reality hardware, but we now know this was only referring to the HP Reverb G2 and not a slew of new headsets that was originally anticipated. Is there something in the updates that will help support the eye and facial tracking? Well, we don't know yet, but we'll wait and see what happens. Okay guys, that was today's new VR news. As you can tell, I'm really excited for what's going on this month. I'm actually taking a week off at one point to do some specials and some live streams, especially around Star Wars Squadrons and The Walking Dead Onslaught. I also have some really cool new VR tech that I'm going to be showing off in the near future, an upcoming giveaway for a Geforce 1080 Ti, and a new weekly segment that I'm working on. So I hope you guys enjoyed this and give the video a thumbs up, and consider subscribing so you don't miss any of that future goodness. Okay guys, I'll see you on next time.